Good evening, everybody. I hope all of you are fine and safe.
Good evening.
wherever you are.
Good evening, Prerna.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So
Good
we will
evening.
wait. I hope everybody is doing absolutely fine in your places.
Good evening, all of you. Good evening.
Yes. So I welcome each and everybody here for today's Thursday Yukti session that we have at 8:15 in our Iron Lady community. So I am Prerna Kirti. I'm an innovative academician and an educator, and I am going to be a moderator for you all today. And please forgive me in case I do, some mistakes here and there, because it's the first time I'm going to do a moderating job. And we have our speaker, Miss Shrivani. Yeah. So in just another 2-3 minutes, we will wait for some more of our friends to join in, and we can start off the session. Yeah. Sejal?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Sejal. Yeah, could we get the rights, please? Me and Shrivani.
Okay.
The right for sharing? The
One
host.
second. No, I'm not the host for it.
Just 2 minutes for us to start the entire presentation and the session.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, hi, happy evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Happy evening.
Good evening, Pushpa.
Good evening.
Happy evening. Yeah. So I think Sonali is the host. Sonali, you're there?
Yeah, hi Pushpa.
Yeah. Okay. So can you make Shriveni as the co-host, please?
Yeah.
So cool. Really? Yeah, that's John's Jaguar. Short for 12 bucks. Me for 15.
Okay. I have made Shriveni as a co-host. Sejal, is she joined? Or?
I'm there.
Okay. Please make Sejal also as the co-host.
No problem.
All of you, please mute yourself.
Yeah.
There's the man. Hey, 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 get better. I'm gonna keep this file.
Okay, so let me introduce your speaker for the evening. So she is Miss Sriveni, entrepreneur. She's also an image specialist and a soft skill trainer by profession and a self-worth influencer by passion. So now I will give it to her. So she will start her session now. Request Sriveni to start off the session soon.
Thank you so much, Prerna, for that introduction. Good evening, all of you. It's really so nice to see all of you at this time. We have around 53 participants and so amazing. Let me just share my screen to start with today. Yeah. Are all of you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'll just. And this is an amazing topic, fighting my way up. Can I have it all? So as I was approached, this was really very overwhelming and then also happy news at the same time for me, because my family was undergoing a kind of COVID positive when my husband got detected. We were having this kind of stressful situation last 3 weeks back. Then all my work got paused. And as I was coming back since last week itself, I received this call from Iron Lady moderator. And then I was so happy that something good has come with a bang. That is how positivity helps us. And I'm grateful to the universe that my family has recovered. My husband and my daughter both are recovering. And it's really good start for me to start off with. So what we fight, we in general, we all of us have some challenges every day. Am I right? I want you to just mention in the chat box what your feeling is about it. What do you fight? And what is that which you feel is challenging? In short, just for a response from your side to break the ice. And friends, this is going to be an interactive session where we can have each of us share towards the end what we feel about it, right? Fight to get credit for my work in office. Rosalind, yeah, thank you. So nice about you. Yes, juggling so many roles. Madhumita, yeah, Sudarshana, every day is challenging. Absolutely, I agree with you. Anushka, standing up for oneself. That's true. That's the wonderful thing. Standing up for oneself. Guilt, Gayatri. Okay, yes, we have our own challenges. Challenge dealing with mother-in-law, Sangeeta. Okay, yeah. Then Dr. Shilpa, fighting my own inhibitions. Absolutely. So let us see here today. Thank you for friends for responding. And I would like if you just keep on chatting whenever you feel the necessity to. When I am discussing, let us keep the chat mute so that, you know, we are not getting distracted. Otherwise, when I seek the response, please respond so that we can go ahead. Getting work done from the team. Priya says, and Vijayshri says, fight to convince boss on a certain point and fighting my anxiety. Sheetal says, thank you so much, friends, for responding. So let us start with our session. Fighting my way up. Can I have it all? Yeah. So with respect to today, let us see what we are going to understand. Today's agenda, introduction to the session, then fighting my way up. I will let you know my perception about it. And can I have it all? Yes, you can have it all. Then summary and action items. You can see here, no matter where you are in life, inspire and empower the women around you. Success is never reached alone. It's a teamwork, right? So it doesn't matter where you are, where you start off, or where you are in the middle or at the peak. It doesn't matter. Every day is a challenge, like how we have seen. Every place, every situation which we experience is something which we are experiencing. We can start off from there. And as I will be revealing my story about it, you will understand that it's never too late to start anything. Before that, I would just ask you, what's the most challenging thing you have done in your life? Come on in on the chat box. Just in short, it need not be something very big. Anything what you want to share in short, just put it in the chat box, friends, so that we can move ahead. What are the kind of challenges which you have done, which you have faced? Clearing my PMP exam, absolutely wonderful, Sheetal. Yeah. So good, good, great. And friends, come on, yeah, sending son to boarding school, Gayatri, right, right. Fought verbal sexual harassment at work, Madhumita, that's really amazing. Hats off. Time management issues, completing work, Leena. Then Divya, standing up for my founders, standing up to my founders, sorry. Bringing in a cook to handle cooking in the traditional house, Ramya, absolutely. So we are seeing that there are some challenges which we fight in our own way. Here, what I would want to underline is there is no right, there is no wrong. Every person's perception differs on what a challenge is and what you're fighting. For some, it's all respective, with respect to, relative. So what happens is, for you it might be easy, but for somebody else it might be really tough. I thank you all for mentioning it in the chat box. So for me, from where I was, my journey was not easy. Today I am sitting, and then here as a guest speaker I am doing this Yukti session. But then this picture where you see is my 10th class. I was giving a speech on computers. This is way back in 1984. So then I had big dreams, but as our patriarchal society says, I could not pursue my dreams due to various other circumstances. I am not talking about the circumstances, but we are here to discuss how I fought my way from this part of being a speaker in the school and then having big dreams, whatever the big dreams were, and then getting settled somewhere in between in the life, feeling that there is nothing left in my life. Now, what am I supposed to do? That was at the mid career of my life. And then now presently, I am here taking workshops for people. This is when it was doing offline, and then doing different kinds of workshops on my signature product. Slowly, I will be revealing what I am doing. And then it was not an easy job because I realized my self-worth only at the age of 47. My friends, at the age of 47. That was in 2017. And now 5 years more than that. So I am now around 52 plus. So it's never late to start anything. Till 47 years, what I say is I was a very obedient daughter, husband, wife, sister, everything. I was giving more importance to the family, giving more importance to everybody else. Even in my career, I was giving importance to everybody else, but not taking care of myself. At 2017, there came a trigger in my life which jolted my belief on myself. Then I thought, no, I have to take action on myself. And that's when it took 5 years, and I'm still work in progress. It took 5 years for me to start off. It's never late. That is what I was telling. It's never late, and then start off and then go ahead with what I wanted to pursue. Now I am happy sharing my knowledge with people, though the ambition was something to become a doctor cannot happen now, but I am helping people with their self-worth and they able to achieve their dreams. That itself makes me happy, and that is the kind of job satisfaction which I have. So here I would like to say, be the woman who fixes another woman's crown without telling the world it was crooked. There's a lot of meaning in this. I would like to share one small example. I was working as a physics lecturer till 2010, till 2012. And in 2012, I took a sabbatical. My son was in 10th class. I thought I should pay more attention. Then when I was in sabbatical, even then I could not sit at home. So I just volunteered for a committee member in my gated community. You know, in a gated community, there will be a welfare association and you can be a committee member. It is volunteer job. You are not paid for it. So there, when I was working, I faced a lot of challenges because number one, I was the first woman to participate and get voted for one of the committee members. We are total 9 people, and I was the only one lady, and I was the first lady because nobody else thought they can share that place with women as well prior to that. But I did not know so much about it, but then I was feeling there is a need for me to go there to share my acquired skills of training the staff, the facility management staff, so that I can bridge between the welfare association and the residents, because I am also a resident. And so I thought I can do my part. As I was sitting at home when my children were in school, I thought I will do that. But that job was not so easy, though it was a volunteer job. Those 2 years, it is just a term of 2 years, that taught me so much in life. 2 years of a kind of volunteer job has taught me so much, because 7 to 8 crores turnover is the capacity of that township, around 2,000 apartments and 6,000 population. We had around 370 plus staff, right? So to attend to such kind of a position also, one MBA degree will not be enough. With 10 to 15 years experience is minimum needed. But you know, I am not an MBA graduate. I was just an MSc physics, but then I had my life experience of dealing with people. So what happened is I was just handling those issues as and when there were situations. And as I was handling those situations, I got to learn so much. And then I could accomplish what all we decided for it. So whenever we are in such a position, that was the risk I took. That is where we are going to deal and show what we can do. Sorry for just. So when I did that 2 years, though I faced challenges, I did not shout it out that these are the challenges a woman is facing and all and all. But I proceeded ahead, progressed and accomplished. Later on, 3 other ladies came. Later on, 4 other ladies came. Then when they faced, that is when they understood what are the kind of challenges a woman is facing in such a kind of organization. So here what I would request is, everybody faces irrespective of the gender, but let us do our role, what is expected from us, and go ahead. Then climbing the career ladder as a woman is not easy. We have to mind our IQ, EQ and PQ. I know all of you here know what IQ is and what EQ is. Now let us talk about PQ. Before that, let us just get an introduction of what IQ is. It's just intelligent quotient. And all of us know it refers to skill. But then it is only for an entry, an organization. Now, this whole concept of doing today Yukti session was with respect to fighting my way up. But then there was in the subject description, it was mentioning that how I could overcome my internal barriers climbing the corporate ladder. Here, I very honestly admit I am not much aware of how the corporate society or how the corporate organization works, because I haven't been working with them and I don't compete with the corporate organization. But yet, these 2 years in my life, and apart from it, my life skills has told me that, yes, Shriveni, take up this and talk about it, because even in a corporate organization, finally it is human beings who are working. And ultimately you are talking about ladies, women who are climbing the corporate ladder. So this is what I will be able to share my knowledge with you with respect to how a human being as a woman we can handle, and then that correlated with corporate ladder. So the skills which we are discussing will be only an entry level. It is your IQ. That is a tangible quality which says, see, supposing you are now currently you are in this position, you have a dream goal and you want to go somewhere, you want to reach some position. So that will be your future you. So that skills which you are having now, current skills, to match up to the future skills, Let us see if there is a gap. Then you have to understand, how can I acquire those skills? What is that which I will be able to do to acquire those skills? I request, please do not use the annotations. Yeah. And then these IQ intelligent quotient is an instantly reflecting qualification, basic requirement to get through the door. So it is just an entry card. It will not help you to remain there. What you need to do is you need to continuously work on yourself for the next part. Just a minute. Let me switch off these annotations. I think somebody by mistake must have. Yeah, thank you. The next comes emotional quotient. Now, IQ, I mentioned, is an entry level entry card. How you sustain there depends on your emotional quotient, and it refers to your self management. How you continue to remain there. It is an intangible quality which reflects in the long run. Now, first and foremost is communication. It depends on how you are communicating with your colleagues, with the people with whom you are working, and what way, what is that you are adding value there. Your communication needs to be clear and consistent with respect to the speech, the writing skills, as well as your body language. All these together is only going to help you in how you present yourself. And apart from it, in present day, you also have to deal with digital skills. Before that, interpersonal relationships, yes, interpersonal relationships tell you how you're getting along with your fellow mates, with your subordinates, and with your superiors, and how you're carrying yourself. Now, regarding to the digital skills, this is where we say, because in present day we have understood that this you also need to get introduced to, and you also need to master the skills for your reflection on the digital media as well. And you are going to build your personal brand, and your personal brand is nothing but just like how you have your name. Similarly, your personal brand is going to talk about your identity. It can be an image of yours, it can be a logo of yours if you have, and then you need to have a statement, your personal brand statement, and you need to have a personal brand story. If you already have, it is fine. If you do not have, then come up with something, your personal story, get ready with it and identify, so that people, as soon as they see you, they will have an image of you along with the background, your statement, and your personal story. And using this kind of personal brand in the digital media, on the social media platforms, you can promote yourself along with your career, or you can promote your career as well. Now, personal brand doesn't mean only your name. For example, for me, it is my name. You see my logo here at the bottom, it is with my picture and then my name. This is what I designed myself on a tool called Canva. But then many people told, Veni Sriveni, the face will not be there on the logo. I said, might not be there, but I want it. I need it. I want this way. And this has become an identity wherever people say, this is my brand. And my picture, my identity, the DP which I use. So that is how you can make. Now, for some people, it need not be your name. For example, I will take our own Anupama Padhi. She does Dhani Foods. So Dhani Foods is her brand name, right? She can promote the brand name, but the person who is doing behind it is Anupama Padhi. So that way it can differ. So your personal brand, you need to know how people want to relate to you, how people get in touch with you, either through your name or your brand name, right? So can I know your feedback, friends? Is it fine with you, the speed and what you're getting, IQ and EQ? You can just mention IQ and EQ in the chat box if you have understood, for me to progress ahead. I'm just waiting for the chat box. What is brand story? Okay, I'll let you know, Rosaline. Yeah. Understood. Thank you. Yeah. IQ, EQ, Veena. Yes, perfect. Yeah, Shailaja. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vinita. Thank you for responding, friends. Then let us go for the next part. What is this called? PQ. PQ is the political quotient, which refers to understanding the politics of the organization, any organization. Politics is very common even in our families, right? Even in our families, politics need not mean the kind of politics which you see in politics. Politics is just a difference of opinion or whatever you feel with, you are for or you are against, an expression. So that you need to understand how it happens in your organization, and you need to know who is influencing what kind of decision and how do you get along with that kind of decision. Knowing who influences which decision and on whose side you are is more important for you, right? And understanding when to speak and when not to, this is very, very important. So basically what happens is sometimes you make sure that you are on the right side of the politics depending on the issue, and when to speak and when not to speak sometimes is very critical, because not speaking at times helps you in your career. You can just keep quiet at that time, but that doesn't mean remain submissive always. You also need to speak up. So it is you who is making the decision of when to speak, when not to speak, depending on the situation. As I mentioned, there is nothing right, there is nothing wrong. It is you who is judging it and going ahead. So at that right moment, even if you are speaking, supposing you are giving, you are conveying some message, make sure. Can I ask someone to mute? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. So even if you're conveying a message, at some point you're speaking up for yourself, please make sure that that is right for that moment. People should not feel, okay, at that time what she said is correct, or people should not feel, perhaps maybe in the future she may be correct. It needs to be correct at that time. So political quotient is also about what your strengths and weaknesses are. Sometimes your strengths and sometimes your weaknesses also add up to your career acceleration. So you need to know what to use when appropriately. And mind you, friends, nothing is served on a platter. We must earn it. We need to earn the right to have it. You cannot daydream and you cannot ask anybody to shower you with the kind of opportunities or the gifts. Opportunities keep coming. It is only we should know when to grab it and when to make the best of it. Like how I was telling you, last 3 weeks all my work was at a pause. So but then I believed myself that I should not have the anxiety that, oh my god, my career has come to a pause, because my family was important at that instance. I was taking care of them. So I can't expect myself to be multitasking, a superwoman kind, which most of us do. So it is the right decision for me to put a halt to it. But then 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the line, I am again coming back slowly, gradually. So here there is no one with whom you are competing. You are competing with yourself. So whom am I measuring with? Myself, my current, and then my future. So this is how we have to earn our right. So nothing will be offered on a platter. It is we to make it. Then how you make these decisions? These are some of the our own Iron Lady distinctions, our own Iron Lady specifications, which I have shared here, which have helped me in progress. That is nothing but making powerful requests and practicing art of deception. Practicing art of deception is nothing but you need not blurt out the whole thing at the time. You need to understand this is what is when to speak and when not to speak. Similarly, the second point says be unpredictable and become indispensable. So it is you need not be very naive, and then you need not be so humble. You need to be unpredictable. Do not allow people to take you for granted. but then become indispensable. You need to show that you have the quality and nobody else can replace you for that position where you are. And finally, do not be emotional, yet be empathetic. What does this mean? Most of us, we are actually emotional. That is the strength within us. But that's also a weakness, because becoming emotional, being emotional does not allow us to take proper decisions most of the time. So come out of your emotion. When you are in an emotion, do not take decisions. Just relax and then become cool and then think about the issue from a third person point of view, and then be empathetic. When you are empathetic, you can relate much better, you can make much better choices, and your choices define your future, your present you or your future you. The mind is just like a muscle, and the more you exercise it, the stronger it gets and the more it can expand. This is a very common saying which we all of us know. But what happens is this with respect to the brain. What is mind? Brain in motion is nothing but mind. So what you have to do is put your brain to exercise. Just do not lie down taking everything for granted, and do not go in a routine manner. Start giving challenges to yourself. And when you are facing challenges, your mind thinks of different directions, and when it is thinking in different directions, that is when it is exercising. A small hack for this is, when there is some situation happening to somebody else, you can imagine that same situation, if it were to happen to you, how you would react. So in this process, what your mind is doing is, see, the basic concept is 95% of how we behave depends on our subconscious level, and only 5% is our conscious level. So when you are planning, when you are actually reeling yourself with a situation which has not happened with you but with somebody else, and you are actually in your mind, you are playing that and saying, if it was happening to me, how I would react to it, then your mind actually takes it as a real situation and you are playing that role. This way you are exercising your brain. This way you are preparing your brain for the coming up challenges. This way you are all the time ready to take up any kind of challenge, because your mind has already done that exercise. Isn't this fine? Yes, if you agree with me, hack 1. Yes, I just want you to mention in the chat box hack. And this is an amazing tip which has helped me. So I am sharing you here what has helped me. Yeah, HACK. Yeah, hack. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you so much for responding. So we are coming to an end. Yeah, lovely. I see the chat box sizzling. Thank you so much for being so attentive and taking in the information. Now coming up to summary, let me wind it off. Our summary said, face challenges. Whenever there are challenges, face them on the face. Never give an excuse. Like this Yukti session itself, when I was approached, I could have told, I am not ready for it. Or I could have told, no, my family is undergoing, so give me some time. Or I could have told, I am not related to corporate field, so I may not be able to share. So these were all different excuses which my brain was giving. Yes, these were facts as well. But then I discussed with our moderators and the people behind it. And then I came to a conclusion. I am going to take this challenge. I am going to share my experiences. I am going to share my knowledge with people. Who knows? Somebody there definitely will be getting the benefit out of it. Even if one point has benefited, then my purpose is served of we all meeting here today. So face challenges and IQ, EQ, PQ. So all of us being women, when we are in an organization, how you fight back? Use your IQ, EQ, and PQ. Upskill yourself, update yourself, upgrade yourself. All this continuously, when you practice, you are going to have an excellent performance. So fighting my way up, when, where, and how we have seen, and then can I have it all? Yes, friends, you can have it all. Explore all the opportunities and execute what is good for you. So that way you will be able to go ahead. Let's all progress ahead. Get prepared. Become a Shiro. The Shiro is the word which I heard for the first time from Rajesh when I was attending my first 5-day free course. So he said, hero is a male gender. So Shiro, add a S, and Shiro is the female gender. I loved it so much. Yes, you are not heroines. You are Shiro, right? That is the word. Shiro. I just want you to type in Shiro. Thank you so much. Have a great future. Thank you, friends. I'm sharing. And over to you, Prerna. I thank you all, friends.
Thank you.
Shiro.
That was a wonderful session. Ladies, we are now open for questions from you. But before we start taking questions, I have one question to ask, basically. So we were speaking about the fight of fighting our way up, right? So how do we really know, and how do we know that this is the right time for us to actually take up the fight and move forward head on? How do we know that? How do we do that?
Yeah. So what happens is we would be restless. How do you know? You are asking me. So I would say you would be restless. You would not be accepting and agreeing with what is happening around. Probably in my personal experience, this is when I said in 2017, there was a trigger. This would have happened lot many times, but that was the peak time when I felt, no, I am not going to take it anymore. Then that is when I started my fight. So the right time will come for you when you are restless of what is happening around and you feel you need to make the change. But here, a word of caution, what I say is, you need not wait for that moment to trigger off. If you are aware of yourself, if you are aware of what is happening to you, if you have a kind of a check on things around you, you start off because you are the judge for yourself. Right, Prerna?
Right, get that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, so do we have questions from others over here?
I see the chat box. Yes, Richard, thank you so much for your appreciating comments. Thank you so much. Yeah, regarding brand story, Rosalina, yeah. Brand story, I would like to take a few moments here. Is it okay, Prerna?
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, so brand story, as I was mentioning, when you are building your personal brand, it is about your brand image or logo or whatever it is, brand statement and your brand story. So your story, the short story which comes up. For example, when I am saying, I said there was a trigger in 2017 which made me realize my self-worth. My self-worth, W-O-R-T-H. Till then, I was executing all the duties, all the responsibilities. Not that I was not living prior to that. I was. But then I did not know my own worth. I was just giving importance to everybody else except myself. So 2017, when I knew that I was being taken for granted in most of the spheres, that's when I made a decision that I should make people understand who I am and what I am capable of. And that's when I have started working on myself. So the brand story remains for me, if I would say, discovering my self-worth and helping people. And my signature module is self-worth as your first impression, where I enable people to enhance their true potential and project it on the external as their best version of themselves. I hope I am clear, Rosalina, for this brand story. Everybody has a story. You need to understand that.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I have one more question to ask, which is how and where do we find the support system during our fight? Like, for example, even in our offices, right? You have this peer pressure, you have some people who are completely against you. So how do you actually pick up your friends during this whole scenario of going head on?
Yeah. Um, in one line, I would say that you need to have, you need not depend on anybody else. It's you. So first you be confident about yourself, your strengths, and start off. Later on, as you were doing, then people will understand. Here I would like to quote an example. When I was executing my office bearer position, as I said earlier, in 2012, so initially I did not know the politics behind it, so I was just I thought I will train people, and I went there. 6 months down the line, when I saw that things were falling into place, that's when I realized there was some money siphoning off, money getting siphoned off. So because I saw some incorrect entries, and I pointed it out. When I pointed out, I saw that the remaining 8 members in my committee were opposing me. I did not understand, because I was actually showing them something which is good for the committee, but I did not understand. So at one time on December 29th, 2012, I was girawed by different people in the office for around 4 hours. Girawad questioning that I should leave it, I should resign it and all. But I said only one thing. They were abusing, using unparliamentary language and all. But I was just, first thing, I was in a shock. And second point is, I did not react. I was telling them, if you feel that I would cry and run away from here and go to home, that's not going to happen, because I'm in office position, office bearer position. So I said, don't expect me to cry and run away. You do whatever you want, but I am going to stay. So that happened for 4 hours. Then they left and all. But then, if you remember, in December, on December 12th, I think so, there was a Nirbhaya case, and immediately all over India, there was a lot of commotion and confusion about this. Then when on December 29th, when this happened, there was one person from the same community who has come and said, I know the police commissioner, and you just draft what you have written, and he is going to take action. So I just drafted. I was in a state of shock. I just drafted. I didn't do anything else. That draft itself, the commissioner took and then spoke to them. I can book a Nirbhaya case against you. That was one part of it. The second part, within the committee, what happened, and my community, gated community, what happened, as I mentioned, 6,000 population. Initially, most of the people were against me. There was a lot of opposition, but then I didn't discontinue my work. As I continued to do my work, then people started to understand me, but yet there was resistance. Then slowly, as it continued, there was acceptance. So in any way, definitely people will come to you, but you don't depend on people. So initially there is going to be an opposition, then a resistance, and then an acceptance. So for you, to answer your question, do not depend on anybody, depend only on yourself and your strengths.
Thank you. Right. So we have one question from Sailaja. She was asking if you can explain about what is a hack.
I'm really
Hack
sorry. The voice was cracking. Is it only for me? Could you repeat?
Okay, so we have Shailaja asking if we could repeat what the hack is. Hack aspect.
Okay, hack aspect. Okay, as I was doing the
Yes.
my presentation, right? The hack aspect.
Yes.
Yeah. The hack aspect is, as we are living our day-to-day lives, we would have understood some situation somewhere. We would have heard about some kind of situation which must have been impactful to us, as we are watching movies or listening to news or coming to know about from neighbors and all, some incident, for example. But then what I say is, do not take in just as a part of news and dump it in your brain. If the insight was very impactful to you, what I say is, try to program yourself with it. If this were to happen to me, if this incident was to happen to me, how I would perform, how I would react, or how I would respond. So if you are playing that in your mind, your brain is already getting habited to it, to that kind of situation. This way, it doesn't happen overnight. This way, if you are doing day by day, slowly you are exercising your brain, and your brain is getting habited to different kinds of situations, even if not you are facing them. Even if you are not facing them, you are experiencing the brain with those situations, so that next time something happens, how you will respond depends on your programming. For simple example, if supposing you have seen at some traffic jam, you have seen some people clashing because of mismanagement in the traffic, some car and vehicle clashing, not head on, side by view mirror breaking or something, you have seen somewhere. But you have to practice that in your mind. If it were you, either in this car or in that motorbike, and if that incident has happened to you, how you would have responded. So what I mean to say is, this situation has not happened with you, but you are exercising your brain with that activity, so your brain is ready. Next time when that happens, you have programmed and you are doing exactly the way your brain has told you. This is the hack which I mentioned. I hope I made myself clear.
Yes, I think that is clear.
Yeah, thank you.
She says yes. So we have one more question here from Dhanlakshmi. She says, how do we manage or sense politics which is happening behind us, especially politics in the name of friends?
Absolutely.
To
Dhanlakshmi?
this point, I would like to add one more question, which says, like, when you are in a situation of war, when you know there are a lot of people who are against you, how do you know your enemies? I mean, then go about.
Yeah, absolutely. I thank you so much for this question. Before answering this, perceptions matter, right? I would like to say perceptions matter, and I would give one small example. If there are two friends opposite gender, supposing, let us say, the girl is getting married and the boy comes to know about it, right? So now the boy comes to know about it. If the boy is happy, he is a good friend of the girl. But if the boy is restless and angry, the boy has been probably a lover of the girl. This is a perception. So this way, if something happens, for example, best friends, best colleagues, somebody is discussing some personal issue, sharing some issue, later on you see that has become the gossip in the office. That's where you can identify who are your friends and who are your not good friends. That is how you identify, and that is how you start to behave. For example, as again I come back to my committee, in one of the meeting, one person has told me, because they are different kind of people coming from different backgrounds. One person was a lorry owner, a businessman in transport business. So one day he just suddenly told me, "Madam, your character is not good." What he meant was, what he told is, "Madam, your character is not good. All the male staff are getting scared of you. They are running away because you are demanding so much work and other things." So what he meant was, I am being dominated, and he is not used to working with women. So he started using that kind of language. But then I said, "Okay, sir, if you feel that way, just get 10 people's signatures saying my character is not good." So he did not have an answer. He could not do it. I said, take 2 days, take 10 days. He could not do. So this is how you will be able to identify who are with you, who are against you. Hope I have answered that.
Yes, you have. Yeah, thank you. So we have one more question from Veena here. She says some people do manipulate, say things. So do we handle these things, or we ignore it and move forward? Handle it, clear it, or we ignore it and move forward?
Yeah, Veena, the same thing, example which I had mentioned earlier. So it depends on you. It depends on you and your judgment, your state of mind. Are you able to take it, or are you not able to take it? So, and you should know when to talk, when not to talk. One of our distinction, art of deception, art of war technique. This is a book which our Sridhar has written and Rajesh mostly talks about. I have started this book. I haven't completed yet, but an amazing book. These kind of books, if you read, they are the inputs for your brain. They will tell you how to handle that kind of situations. Depending, see, you have to speak up sometimes. Sometimes you have to just ignore. It all depends on how you are going to take life. Veena, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So
Name of the book, I think Rosalina is asking, name of the book, Winning Without Waging War. Am I visible? Is the book visible?
yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Vani,
Winning
could you
Without
please
Waging.
mute yourself? Vani, could you please mute yourself?
I don't know about the price, but then I think, yeah, I got this book along with 2-3 books. So bought it from Amazon. Yeah, it's a lovely book. You can go through that. Yeah. Winning Without Waging War. Sridhar, S. Sridhar is the author.
Do we have any more questions? Because we've almost come to the end of the session now. Right. So should we conclude the session today?
If yeah, friends,
We
we
have
are
one
total
last
60
question.
people.
How's-
Yeah.
The last question is, how do you handle people who are spying on your team? On your team to the other peers?
Yeah. So how do you handle people? This is again, what goes around comes around, right? So you being authentic about yourself, your genuinity, and the kind of positive vibes which you are giving, you're passionate and being your compassion, all determines how people are going to stay with you. If something else is happening, you just understand how your reaction is and how your equation with them is. People will definitely move on depending on the opportunities, but if you are, we also have seen people stick to you, something they would have loved with you. So it is your genuinity, your authenticity which makes people be with you. So spying from your team to the other peers, if it is happening, let it happen. Let it happen. See, something which is going to go rip off, it's not going to stay with you. Something you should say, good riddance, because such kind of people, even if they are with you, probably it would not help you. So it is a kind of cleaning the clutter. The universe is there to take care of. I believe this. What goes around comes around. You be genuine, you will get genuine teammates. Hope I have answered that.
Right. So thank you everybody for participating, and thank you especially Srivani Garu for
Thank you.
emphasizing we have our IQ, EQ, and PQ in place. So this was a wonderful session that you've taken for us. I think somebody was asking how they can be in touch with you. So if you can reply that on the chat.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely. I think our moderator Prerna, you can share. And friends, all of you, 60 of us were here. Now it is 59. I would like to share one bonus with you, 5 empowering habits. There is a link to it, and I request Prerna to share that link in the chat box.
Sure.
So that is
right.
that is one part. And apart from it, I am there in all our groups, Telegram groups. So you can take my number from there. You can get in touch with me. And however, yes, my mobile number also, I don't know whether I should be sharing here or not, because it's part of ethics. So I am not sure. But definitely you can get in touch with either of us. And I see Pushpalata here. Thank you so much, Pushpalata, for giving me this opportunity. And I am really so grateful to all of this and all of you who have attended this. It's an amazing experience, sharing my knowledge and whatever small drop of experience that I could share with you.
Fantastic session, Srivani. Thank you so much. It was pleasure listening to you.
Thank you. It means a lot, Pushpa. from
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was so nice attending this session and the positive vibes that you have generated. I'm just grateful to come to know of you. Ma'am, I'm actually in a similar position that you were in 2017. So it is my wake up moment currently. I am 48 and I think this is just the start of my career. Thank you so much for your, setting an example for us. So thank you.
Thank you, Gayatri, for sharing. And I'm absolutely grateful to all of you.
Yeah, appreciate your time spent over here with all of us and sharing your experiences. I definitely think it is a positive session and to take some inputs from this session. Thank you, Shriveni.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you for that. So this time, still we have 53 participants. It's really amazing. So I hope you can download that link, 5
I've already
empowering
shared
habits.
it in the chat box.
Yeah. And I was also mentioning it to Prerna. She will be able to share the PPT in our groups so that you can go ahead and just have a re-browse that and just have an idea about it. Though it is just small tips, sometimes it helps.
All right, thank you very much. And I hope everybody of you stay safe and healthy. Good night. It was a wonderful session now. Take your leave for now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. God
Thanks,
bless.
Shriveni.
Thank
Prerna,
you.
well done.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Shriveni.
Prerna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Prerna, well done.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you, Prerna, for that. Yeah.